Free Japan Channel number 201. Today, May 14th, Thursday. The time is 7 p.m. Good evening, everybody. The broadcasting from Yokohama, Japan. The night sky is cloudy tonight. The daytime was so comfortable, although it was also cloudy. I got out running on the road of Green Park. In spring and early summer, it is the best season for jogging and running in the park in Yokohama. How are you? Tonight's topic of FCC is what is Reform UK? Have you seen the result of local election last Sunday in the United Kingdom? Surprisingly enough, Reform UK, which is not so famous, got overwhelming victory over Labour Party and the Conservative Party. Historically speaking, the UK's political system was dominated by two parties, namely Conservative Party and Labour Party. Labour Party was a liberal party before, but this liberal party changed into Labour Party. It was at the beginning of 20th century, and MacDonald cabinet was the first Labour Party cabinet in UK's history. However, these two traditional parties were lost, and Reform UK and Green Party, and especially Reform UK, got the avalanche victory over other parties. Why could Reform UK win the election, though it was only local election? What is Reform UK? Reform UK is not so famous, as I said. The one salient agenda of this party is immigrant policy. Reform UK object to the unrestrained influx of immigrants. In fact, United Kingdom became the country where so many races mingle on the daily basis. If you walk in London, for example, there are so many races that you can't imagine that it was London. But this is the reality of London. The mayor of London now, incumbent mayor, is derived from the Islamic lineage. So the present mayor of London comes from the family of Islam. His name is also not that of British. There are so many indigenous English people who are now concerned about this change of UK. And Reform UK so clearly opposed to this immigrant policy. In this way, this party, Reform UK, is consummate with AFD in Germany or National Rally in France and Meloni's party in Italy. These parties are on the brink of getting political hegemony in each country. So AfD, Alternative for Germany, Alternative für Deutschland, and National Rally in France, Rassemblement National, and Meloni's party, Fratelli d'Italia. And in the UK also came Reform UK. In this sense, we shouldn't be surprised at the advent of this party. However, the result of this local election is so amazing that we can't help thinking that British people are so discontented with the current policy. Now, on the national scale, the ruling party of the UK is Labour Party, so Starmer cabinet is still going on. And Mr. Starmer said that he wouldn't renounce his job, although the result was clearly the loss of his party. It was not the national election, therefore he didn't have to resign from the position of Prime Minister. In addition to the immigrant policy, what is the major doctrine of Reform UK? It is not so clear. Nobody knows what this Reform UK is about. And their policy of immigration or immigrants is so clear, but otherwise it is not so reported. Media coverage has not been sufficient for us, for outsiders, to know what Reform UK is like. Therefore, we have to judge this party only from the viewpoint of immigrant policy. Maybe Reform UK will publish their agenda or their manifesto in more systematic way. Therefore, now we have to wait for this publication. But at least this party is tantamount to AfD, National Rally, or such party in the continent. Here in FGC, I have been reiterating that immigrant policy should be the most important policy for the advanced countries, and every European country is suffering from this social issue, immigrants. Fortunately enough, here in Japan, we don't have such immigrant-related problems so clearly. Of course, there are few such cases here in Japan, but not so rampant as in Europe. Therefore, we should look into the examples of Europe when it comes to immigrant policy. Then, this victory of Reform UK, this election result also shows us, Japanese, how important and how emergent immigrant policy is in every country